Hi, my name is Jacob, and last month me and my team of 5 were able to generate one of our clients over 190 leads last month, which turned into an extra 11k in revenue for them. Or how we generated one of our real estate companies 25 qualified leads in 10 days, adding 3 new properties, in total 15k commissions for them. And you might think you need a big following on Instagram, as I do, or a very complicated sales process, or $1 million marketing budget, which is just not possible if you're not a company like Coca-Cola or anything else. Matter of fact, most of our clients don't even have to spend more than a couple of $100 to see insane results and start making 10 times more returns than what they invested in. So today I want to be showing you why most marketing fails, why and how our systems work, and what results they do, and how you can apply it specifically for yourself. There's 3 main reasons why most brands' marketing sucks. To have a successful system which brings in leads consistently, you first need eyeballs. Now, you don't need to put out 1,000 leaflets saying, hey, there's a new AI agency in town. The best way we've seen, which gets the most amount of eyeballs from your specific ICP, is running ads, but we do for our clients as well. This is by far the best way if you don't want to spend years of building a community, posting content, spending countless hours and a big ass budget into posting organic content, which I did, which isn't exactly the idealist way. Running ads is definitely better return on investment in a shorter amount of time. And with organic content, it's more kind of like a guessing game, but with ads, you just have to scale up the budget. But what we've seen over the time of working with other clients, most businesses completely suck at ads, and it's really for a very stupid reason. People just run ads with basically no strategy. They don't have anything thought through. Ads that are only focused on what they want instead of what the client, for example, wants. They just run ads which feel good to them but might not be specifically targeting their audience, whatever. Plus, do not run recognition campaigns, because this is a very big thing happening out and now. So many businesses are running recognition campaigns which basically do nothing for you. If we run ads, our main goals is to always run ads which bring in money. If you run recognition campaigns, it's gonna make you lose on a lot of money. And for traffic to turn into something, you have to funnel it down to a website or a nurture point, which is also something people mess up completely. Even though if they can figure out the traffic part, how we convert those people, how we get them into interested leads is a very important part of the aspect as well. The success of the whole funnel is usually determined by the automations or the landing page you send them over to, or where they can convert into a lead. Like, just for example, one of our clients, which we improved their landing page, they were able to go from $15 per lead to only $3. Both of these are very low numbers in the real estate niche, but we were able to decrease it to only $3 per lead, getting them multiple qualified leads which they can reach out to. And most businesses won't be able to reach such numbers just because they don't have the knowledge and the skills in those specific niches. And sorry, that's just the truth. But just because you're here, I'll show you how actual websites work, why this stuff actually works for us, and how you can set it up for yourself as well. So I just want you to take in notes that web design is simple. All that websites are just websites that know how to showcase the right information in the right amounts in an easy way. So basically, Alex Hormozi's website, Haro's website, basically any marketer, every single converting website that actually does well, in the end of it, it's just understanding what your persona, what your person wants to see behind the screen, and just putting it in their face with a cool design. You don't have to go all into all of these details like, hey, what is this or what is that? Do I have to do these small heat map changes? Nobody cares about that shit. All that matters is that you put out the right information and people will convert. If you're selling a workshop, all you have to do is understand what people would want to look for. For example, they will want to see your results, why you here, why they should join your workshop, the cost of it was going to be broken down into there, answering their objections, and that's all you have to showcase there, nothing more. Maybe a quick pitch of what you guys do there, maybe a little tease video. That's all you have to show in the website. And so I want you to take a framework of not thinking that, hey, there's a specific framework that works for every single one. I want you to take and look at it like this, that web design is just simply looking at what needs to be in the website and just making the website based on that information. And even though it sounds very simple, most businesses, even web design agencies don't understand this part of the job. Everybody thinks that there's one specific strategy that works and it's easier to sell a specific strategy, but to be honest, everything's very custom and you can easily determine it by just understanding what your person wants to look for. And if you're even a decent agency, you'll probably know what that specific thing is going to be. Like, we specifically were able to get such results for one of our clients just because we reframed the whole structure from it being more on our side, how we're going to sell their shit. It was more framed on how they can get the guide. The guide is literally our offer and us selling them on the lead magnet. We changed the whole framing on our side. And if your website or landing page or nurture point isn't set up properly and you're running good ads, you're going to be probably bleeding money and just leaving it out on the table for anyone to take it. And even though with all of those messes up that the ads are not good, the website's not good, we're not doing everything correctly, most people with those small amounts of leads that do come through, they do not use them properly by messing up the automations and making sure they're always put into some specific categories. Look, dog, there's so many businesses that don't have basic automation setup that would save them hours of their week, and you might be missing them as well. Not only is it making you make less money, it's making you lose out on customers when you can't take more on, you're fully booked, whatever big project, which you could have used for drought months where you don't have anything more and still hit record months. And at the end of the day, it's making you slave away, make you work 10 to 14 hours a day if you want to scale, and the darkest part of it is you're being completely miserable. If I was running a business like that, I'd probably have the darkest shade of purple beneath my eyes because of school, family, life, friends, working out, training, boxing, and business. All of those things. And where do I have the time to spend an extra 10 to 14 hours per day? I wouldn't be sleeping. Now, why our systems work better than yours? Needing the founder only to work 4 hours a day, max. Most businesses don't even have basic systems set up. And if you do and you think, hey, it's set up pretty properly and you're still waking up and working through the morning to the night and not doing anything else in your life, then I can pretty much say you don't have the system set up properly. Our systems are specifically designed to take care of every single thing that happens in your business. If I could say how many leads I have lost from not having the right systems in place, not saving them in a sheet or a CRM or anything like that, when I was fully booked for a couple of months, you won't believe how much money I lost. And if you still don't believe me, it was closer to those hundreds of thousands of ranges. And it's not just happened for me. I've seen it for so many clients that when you're fully booked and just can't take care of more clients, you end up losing hundreds of thousands of possible deals, more connections with top players, just because you decided to book on some other clients and didn't take care of the other leads. Conversion fucking matters the right way. I have personally spent a great portion of all my business journey working with websites. We're not saying here, well, look at this heat map or look at this, specifically those small interactions, whatever. Nobody cares about that. All that matters is what we're saying in there. And this might be like some very top-notch, maybe it's not like top-notch information value or whatever, but it's basically just the truth. You don't have to look at heat maps if you're not a big-ass company like Google. None of that actually matters. All that matters is what you showcase in the website. Is it structured properly? And it's gonna work just fine, and it might even work extraordinary. It's not about us focusing on the wrong things, we're focusing on the right things. This applies to e-commerce, service-based businesses, and anything you can imagine. I have built websites that sell out $997 per spot masterminds in only just a week. If you do the math, it's around 39,000 added in their revenue in just a week span, and they're on like 2 masterminds every single month. And if you just don't want to be slaving away making new ads to get the same results or new strategies, reinventing the wheel, conversion is gonna give you a bigger bang for your buck. We systemize everything for our clients. Nothing gets missed from top to bottom, from qualifying leads beforehand to getting calls booked, managing them in a CRM, and if they don't close, we put them in a nurture list. Everything is fully mapped out. So every time a new lead comes through, we immediately get them in our system with all the important info already listed out for our clients. And usually doing those changes and hopping on calls with pre-qualified leads before the sales call, those usually increase close rates by 20 to 40% on their own. So it's a very big difference, especially if you're selling high volumes. Most of the times, most businesses take a look at hey, we have a couple of systems set up there, we have this specific AI agent which helps us with design, whatever. But you don't have everything systemized. You're just leaving money on the table. If nothing's taking care of those leads which don't convert, they don't get put in a nurture campaign, or they just don't get put in any list, or the leads that come through don't get put in any list and don't get taken care of, you're leaving money on the table, which is gonna make you lose out on a crap ton of cash. And just to prove my point, this is what you see for our clients, and the systems, quote unquote, you can see immediately. But this is what you don't see behind the scenes. How we get people in from ads, how we send them over to a personalized website, get them over from a lead magnet, set them up in the specific funnels, track all of their analytics, and at the end of the day, place them in whole CRM lists. This is what you don't see in the background. And here you are looking at your business and wondering why your close rates are not so good, why your show rates are not so good, why are you spending so much time working, why can't you scale? It's taking up so much time, you need to hire more employees and you just don't have the stuff enough for it, or you don't know how to scale properly to other regions. Our clients on the other side are getting all that information handed to them, so their closing and their selling is 100 times better, 100 times easier for them. They don't have to chase around leads or wonder what's happening with them. Is it not a pre-qualified prospect and wasting time on sales calls which don't even go anywhere? Everything is already systemized. Bad leads are already thrown out of the window. Those who don't want to move right now already are placed in a different type of list. Those who do not convert, those who do not close, are put in a separate list. Everything is fully automated. And when you're here thinking, what the fuck are you doing here? Why can't you scale? Why are you having problems with close rates, show up rates, anything like that? Our clients are getting all of their information handed to them with the only really prospects they can care about. If people do not see the value from the pre-qualification, we are going to put them in a separate list. So once they get over it from those 2 weeks of full nurture, we will have a whole new lead that is ready to do whatever we want them to do. And I've basically told you so much value into this video, and what I've seen basically from a couple of these clients which we have listed out here in basically any niche, every single client that we have worked with, there's only one goal in mind for their business: just scaling into predictability. One thing specifically in common, that business shouldn't be their whole life. At the end of the day, all that matters in life is what you experience. It's not about how much time you spend sitting behind the computer 16 hours a day. It matters what you actually do. You want your business to be working while you're on a vacation, can't work, you're sick, or you just don't want, you want to take a day off. You don't want your business to be platooning and maybe going into the losses. That's why we specifically set up such systems, and everything was broken down in this video. How you can set up specific systems that go over it. You've seen the frameworks of how to run ads, how good ads look like, how websites are set up properly. Everything is quite simple. You just have to shift your beliefs, shift your frameworks on how you look on things. And the automations are literally no more than just automating tasks you can automate. If you have a leaky funnel, you don't know where your leads are going, look at your funnel, look where you could be missing out on leads, and just look at ways how you can change that stuff up. Everything is very simple in business. It needs time and it needs experience. You might not get it right on the first time because you might have not done this before. Maybe you're working in e-commerce, whatever. This might be your first time setting up such systems. Maybe you're scaling to 100K months. It's all on you. But if you would like help from a team who already has experience, work with people, even though I'm the founder and I've probably spent less years on Earth than you do, the whole team is with experienced people that have been in this industry for multiple years. And if you want to see how these systems might look for you, we're not going to sell you on anything. You can just book the call below, which is in the description. If you decide to hop on a call and be very sneaky about it and just want to go on the call, steal all of that information and go do something with it, you're completely able to do so. We're not going to sell you. If you decide to, we're not going to do anything about it. At the end of the day, we don't need your money. If you decide to close, if you decide to be sneaky, it's all on you. If you want to implement it yourself, it's completely all on you. We have enough clients at this point, and we know that our systems are going to bring in more, just like how they did for 4 to 5 months in the start of 2025 when we were fully booked out. Even though if you use the free value which is given in this video, I hope you found a crap ton of things in there. Let me know what you think about the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.